Hello, welcome to the Google Sheets Saving and Collaboration lesson. My name is Ashley. In this video, you'll learn how to navigate to Google Sheets, create and manage spreadsheets, share documents with others, set permissions, and follow best practices for communication and collaboration. Let's get started by creating and saving a spreadsheet. To start a new sheet, let's open your web browser and go to sheets.google.com. Then you're going to click the plus new. Select blank spreadsheet. If you already have a spreadsheet created in another program like Excel, you can open it in Google Sheets by importing it. All you have to do is go to click File, Import, and Upload. Then click Browse to find your file or drag and drop it into the window. Now let's talk about saving. Because Google Sheets is a web-based program, there's nothing to install on your device. All files are saved automatically to the cloud, specifically to your Google Drive. This means you can access your spreadsheets from nearly any device with an internet connection. If you want to save a local copy to your device, go ahead and click File, Download, and choose from several file formats. Here are 3 common download formats. The first is .xlsx, which is Excel, the default format best for keeping data, formulas, and formatting. .csv, which is comma separated values, a plain text format great for transferring simple data between programs. And .pdf. This is a non-editable format that preserves layout and formatting across devices. The Make a Copy option is handy when someone has shared a document with you, but you don't want or don't have permission to edit the original. You want to preserve an original document and make changes to a separate version. To do this, you're just going to click File, Make a Copy, then choose where to save it in your Google Drive. Next, let's talk about sharing your spreadsheet. If you look in the top right corner of your screen, you'll find the Collaboration Options menu. Here you can view version history, add and manage comments, join or start a Google Meet call, share your document. Let's explore each of these. First, let's look at how to share a document. You have 2 options. The first option is going to be to click File, Share, and Share with others, or simply click the blue Share button in the top right corner. The Share dialog box will appear. You can then enter the email, address, or addresses of the person or people you want to share with. They'll receive an email with a link to your document, or copy the general access link and paste it into an email, document, or another location. Next, choose what collaborators can do with your document. You're going to click the Permissions drop-down next to each person's name. A viewer can only view the file. A commenter can view and leave comments, and an editor can make changes to the file. Choose the permission level based on the task you want your collaborators to complete. If you're sharing via the general access link, you can set link permissions too. Restricted is going to be only specific people you've shared with that can open the file. Anyone with the link is going to be anyone who has the link can access, meaning they can view, comment, or edit. Your organization, this is going to mean if you're signed in with a school or work account, this allows access to people in your organization. One great feature of Google Sheets is the real-time collaboration. When others open your shared document, their icons will appear in the top right corner. If you've shared it using specific emails, you'll see their names or profile images. If you shared via a link, anonymous icons will appear. Now, keep in mind, when working with others, be mindful of the shared space. Before editing, check where others are working. Look for their cursor and choose another section until they're done. Here are a few extra sharing tips. Stay organized. Place shared files in clearly labeled folders. Understand access levels. Know what viewer, commenter, and editor each mean. Avoid overwriting others' work. If someone's actively editing, wait or communicate with them first. Now, let's dive into comments. Comments are a great way to leave reminders, ask questions, or give feedback to collaborators. Go ahead and click the comments button in the collaboration menu to open the comments panel. Now from here, you can add, view, or respond to comments. You can also tag a collaborator by typing the @ sign followed by their name. Do you want to control how often you're notified about comments? Well, then you would go ahead and click the bell icon in the comments panel to manage your notification settings. You can get notified for all comments or only when you're mentioned, or you can just turn off notifications completely. Here's a few final tips for using comments effectively. Use comments for questions or suggestions rather than just making the direct changes yourself. Be respectful and use constructive professional language when making comments. Mark comments as resolved once changes are made and complete. To access the version history, you're going to go to File, Version History, and see Version History. Or another option is to click the version history icon from the collaboration options menu. Now, here are some tips to avoid editing issues. Collaborate responsibly in real time. Communicate to prevent conflicts. Check before deleting content to avoid removing someone else's work. And be careful. Undo may also undo changes made by others currently in the file. Let's review some quick points about collaboration etiquette, that is, polite and effective behavior when working together. You want to remember to respect formatting standards, meaning follow agreed on styles and structure. Avoid overwriting others' work. Check who's editing before making changes. Assign tasks and deadlines. Use comments or built-in task features to stay on track. Nice work! You're now officially a Google Sheets wizard. No cape needed. Keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, every click and cell gets you closer to your goals.